Another edition of Mary Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Marlai and Oputi. Thank you so much for joining me today on another edition of Mary Clinic Live. So, I'm going to be talking about a twisted view about marriage. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please kindly do so. Hit on the subscribe button. Um, we would like you to join us as a family. So today I'm looking at a twisted view about marriage. Now we all know that many people have different reasons for going into marriage, and that is the reason why of late divorce rate is on the increase. Why? Because quite a number of people are still going into marriage for the very wrong reasons, reasons. And that is why I felt we needed to talk about this twisted view of going into marriage. Now, when people see a man washing his clothes, by himself, they'll be like, "Hey, Oga John, you're still washing your clothes yourself? You need to go get married so that you can stop washing clothes by yourself and allow your wife wash them for you." Hey, so you mean the reason why you want him to get married is so that he can have someone to do his laundry for him? Is that a good enough reason for him to get married? So when he gets married to that woman and she can no longer do his laundry for him, what happens to Ogajon? Ogajon will start thinking of leaving that woman or leaving that marriage to go to the next one. Now, when people see Brother Kola cooking food by himself, they'll say, "Hey, Brother Kola, how come you are still, going to the kitchen cooking food for yourself? By now, you should have a wife who can be doing all these things for you." Hmm. So we are invariably or indirectly telling Brother Kola that one of the reasons he needs to get a wife is for him to have someone to do cooking for him, to fix his food and give him food to eat. Hmm. So they will say, you better go and get married so that you can stop cooking. But is that a good enough reason for going into marriage? No, that is not a good enough reason for wanting to marry someone. A mother will look at a 35-year-old son who cannot wash his own boxers by himself, boil water by himself, make tea by himself. He can't even boil rice. And the woman will be like, "My son, you are now 35 years old. By now, you should be thinking of getting married. When will you take a wife so that you can stop doing all these things and your wife can start doing them for you?" Don't forget, this is someone, a 35 years old, that can hardly do anything for himself, that can hardly fix himself, that can hardly run his own life. But here is a mother telling him to go get a wife to help him come fix his life. So, can we see where we are getting it wrong? These are part of the twisted view of marriage. These are part of the twisted reasons people go into marriage. They go into marriage thinking, "Oh, when I marry, this person is coming to fix my life." Now, this same situation or scenario can also be is also applicable to some women, some ladies, you know instead of them to get a skill, instead of them to empower themselves financially, they will be waiting for a man. They will be like, "Oh, let me just be um, sweeping the streets and be waiting for a man who will come my way and marry me off so that the man can start taking all my responsibility and I can transfer all the financial burdens of my life to that man." Forgetting that you as an individual, you have a life to live, and you yourself need to pay attention to your own growth and development. And you should be financially empowered, whether you are a man or a woman, regardless of your gender. You should be able to fend for yourself, feed yourself, regardless whether you are married or not. Because when you were married, you were eating. So if you weren't married and probably maybe your parents are not there, you will still do something to feed yourself. So the mindset of getting married so that I can go depend on someone, the mindset of getting married so that I can rely on someone to help me fix my life and help me put together all the broken part of my life is a wrong mindset. As a matter of fact, you should be the one working on your own growth and your own self development. You should not transfer that work to someone else. Yes, two are better than one. They may support you, they may help you, along the line for you to work on your growth and development, but you shouldn't now make it the sole reason why you are going to get married. Now, in different ways, the society subconsciously tell men that they don't marry women for any reason other than for cooking, for cleaning, for childbearing. When a man is almost getting to 50 years old and is yet to be married, and this man is not responsible in any way, his family members will still be pressuring him to go into marriage so that he can have a child on earth. If it's a child you need on earth, then marriage may not necessarily be the medium through which you can get that child, because marriage is a lifetime commitment, and that is why some of us go into marriage for the very wrong reasons. Some just go into it just because they want a child. But even the child, they are not ready to take care of that child. They are not ready to take responsibility for that child. Because anyone can give birth to children, but raising the child is where the work lies. And that is where many people shy away from when it comes to raising, laboring over the children, raising them. Some people shy away from that responsibility, or they shift it to another. Meanwhile, these are the things that marriage entails: taking care of children, parenting, even you yourself. It's work because it entails your own self growth and development. The fact that you are married does not mean you should pause your life and stop growing as a person or stop developing yourself. No, it entails a lot. Many women look 3 times older than their age, all because of stress and exhaustions from chores and running the home alone. And that is why it is very important for a man to have the mindset that in this home that I'm about to go into to build, in this marriage I'm about to go into, we will do chores together, we will do the work together. We are co-laborers in this marriage, in this union. You don't leave the work to one person alone to do if you really want to enjoy your marriage. you know Gone are those days when men sit in front of TV, watching football or reading newspaper while their wife is laboring, in the kitchen, and the children are also pulling her by the legs, by the arm, and the man is not helping out in any way. No, that is not good enough. And that is why I appreciate, men like my husband, that at times when he sees me laboring in the kitchen, he will tell the kids, come, 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 come stay with me here, and he will be minding them while I'm busy there. He will make sure that we do that division of labor so that the work is not too much on one person, because he believes that, see, if you allow the work to kill one person, then you, the partner that is not doing anything, you yourself, you, it's like you are changing yourself, because you will not enjoy that spouse that you are killing with work. And that's the honest truth. You won't enjoy that spouse. You won't get the best out of them or the best from them if all you are doing is you are belaboring them. You are belaboring them with chores, with work. That is not good. And the essence of you going into marriage should not be because you need someone to fix you, to help you do your cleaning, to help clean you up. No, you should have worked on cleaning up yourself. You should have worked on fixing yourself. You should have taken up life skills. You should know how to do some things by yourself. It should be a whole independent man or woman that is going into marriage, not a broken man, not an half-baked man, not an half-baked woman. No. When you both are half-baked, or you both are broken and you go into marriage, I tell you, you go in there and make a mess of that marriage, and at the end of the day, it may not last. So we are tired of all these marital crisis. I think people really need to think deeply and reflect on their decision or the reasons why they are going into marriage, because we have quite a number of twisted views of marriage out there. Twisted views. Men who told you that it is wrong for them to be washing plates as a man, or for them to fix their laundry as a man. They can't even dress their beds at times. They leave all the work to the woman. They just believe that it's the woman's duty to do everything. Now, I'm not saying the woman should not do anything, but I'm simply saying when it comes to homemaking, home building, it's the responsibility of both the man and the woman. Both of you should join hands together to get the work done. I mean, what will it take to help your partner with chores? I mean, what will it take to help them out? If the man is looking for someone, to pamper him, to feed him, to nurse him, to clothe him, to clean him up, then he should not be seeking for marriage. Someone says such a man should take himself, to a motherless baby's home to be adopted. Because when you're adopted, they will take good care of you there. So it's not marriage you need. But if you want a wife, then that means you are telling us that you are looking for a woman to love, a woman to cherish, a woman to honor, a woman to respect. Not a woman to abuse, not a woman to use. You just want to use her and use her and use her till the woman will be looking older than her age. No, that is not marriage. That is not the kind of marriage that God designed. God designed marriage to be fulfilling for both parties. He didn't design it to be destructive, to them. When a marriage impoverishes you, when a marriage robs you of your it robs you of your dignity as a human being, it robs you of your emotional stability, it robs you of your inner peace, it robs you even of your health, then you should know that that is not God's kind of marriage. I call it a mirage, because God's kind of marriage will not it will not subtract from your life. It will not divide you. It will not destroy you. Rather, it will add to you. It will improve your life. It will flourish you. It will increase you. But the kind of marriages that we see these days is such that, you know, partners just want to use each other. You just want to use each other. You don't care how the other person feel. Women are like flowers. They blossom when they are in an environment of love, when they are in an environment of peace. If you don't give her peace, how will she flourish? If you as the woman as well don't give him peace, how will he also have rest of mind to succeed, to progress, and to pursue the things that can be of help and of good to the home? So this thing is not just about the man alone, it's also about the man and the woman, both ways. And if you are getting married because you feel you are becoming old, that is not also a good enough reason. I'm getting old, I'm getting old. So parents are saying, oh, when are you going to settle down? Aunties are saying, oh, Koiti marry, when is he going to get married? The pressure is getting much on you, and because of that you decide to settle, and you just settle and go into marriage. Meanwhile, you know that you don't have what it takes to sustain a home, to build a home. You don't have the information, the knowledge, the understanding it takes, to take care of your home, to live with a woman, to live with a man you don't know. you've not even worked on your communication skills, you don't even know how to resolve conflict amicably, you don't know how to set boundaries, because some of us, we don't know that now that we are married men and women, we should have boundaries. Some of us, we still think we are singles, and we take all those attitude and the habit we were exhibiting while we were single, we bring it into the marriage, and those things come to create problems. Now imagine a young man or a young woman getting married and still taking calls from their ex, still smiling with their ex over the phone, still taking calls from their ex in the presence of your spouse. I mean, that is insultive. That means you have not created boundaries. Now imagine a married man or a married woman still going to visit, you know, a member of the opposite sex in the name of, oh, we were friends, we were colleagues, without the knowledge of your partner. And when your partner gets to find out, then they will discover that you cannot be trusted. Trust is broken. Now, when you don't know how to set boundaries, when you don't know how to resolve conflict amicably, you don't know how to communicate in such a way that that partner, will find acceptable. You don't know how to even earn. You don't know how to keep a home running. You don't know how to relate with in-laws and with maybe family members and friends. You don't know all these things. Then what do you want to go and do in the marriage? Recently I put up a post on Marriage Clinic Facebook group page, our Facebook group page, of a woman that said, oh, I never wanted to give birth to children. When we were cutting, I told my husband I didn't want to give birth to children, but he forced me to have children against my wish. And she said that now she sees those children as an inconvenience to her life. I've never heard of that before. That a mother sees her own children as an inconvenience to her life. But she's being honest. She's trying to say, well, I didn't want children. What I just wanted was a man, a companion, a man to just have sex with. But I didn't want the responsibility of rearing children or taking care of kids. But the husband thought that he had a wife in her or a mother in her and all of that, and he went ahead marrying her, not paying attention to the fact that this lady may necessarily not need a marriage. Maybe what she needs is just a partner. But some of us, we don't see all these things. We just believe that, oh, people should, just get married, even though the circumstances are not right, even though we know that this person is clueless about what marriage is. This person is here to arm themselves with the knowledge, the skills it takes to run a successful marriage. We just still pressure them and say, go and get married. You are getting old, you are getting old. Those are part of the twisted view of marriage that we need to get rid of in our society, so that we can reduce and cut down on the rate of divorce and the rate of broken homes and all of that. We need to cut down on that statistics, and it starts from us understanding what marriage truly is. Because many of us, and I mean many of us, just went into marriage because we felt, oh, people were getting married. We loved the idea of wedding. Parents will pressure us and say, oh, once you've passed through university or you are a graduate, the next certificate for you to go back, is a marriage certificate. That has been the trend over the years. And some just found themselves in marriage accidentally, and they could not hold the marriage together, and things will fall apart. Now, when that happens, they start blaming everyone. But the truth is, we should also blame the parties in the marriage, because it shows that they weren't ready for it. They were not equipped for it. But because they wanted to please society, they wanted to please the people mounting pressure, they went into the marriage anyway. So please, let's know all these wrong reasons why people should go into marriage, so that we can avoid them. Be sure, think on these things, reflect, and be sure that you are going into marriage for the very right reasons. I would like to stop here now. I remain your host, Mohalaya and Okoti. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a like, give us a comment. Let me know your thoughts about this particular topic. And let me know what also your experiences have been, around um, this twisted view of marriage. We would like to hear from you. Till we meet again, I say bye bye.